Hey guys, it's Ben the Coin Geek at Old Pueblo Coin, and today I have for you a rather nice group of classic commemorative halves that are all new purchases, and I want to take a closer look at these coins here. And starting with our good buddy on the Bridgeport, Connecticut commemorative 100th anniversary of Bridgeport, Connecticut. And if you don't know, now you know, that is P.T. Barnum of course, Barnum and Bailey Circus fame, but I was going to say of Hugh Jackman fame. You can see the real P.T. Barnum looks just like Hugh Jackman. In fact, they really, I think, did a. If you don't know why I'm mentioning Hugh Jackman, the movie The Greatest Showman was actually about the life of P.T. Barnum, and the coin here is a very interesting looking coin. I actually love commems because you can look and see the ideas of art and stylized. This eagle is one of my favorite designs. Just this bold eagle where you actually have one of the few coins where if you look closely, you know that the beak of the eagle goes onto the actual rim of the coin, you know, and there's not really a lot of coins that have anything designed to flow into the rim quite like that. Just a little nuance. And then you've got that really cool 1930s Art Deco look. So this is the type of toning that I actually kind of like that a lot of people don't, but I know that the guy over at CAC does. I've had a ton of coins with this type of toning on it that have had CAC stickers on them. So this coin came back at Mint State 66, or is a Mint State 66. I did not get them certified. These are new purchases. So P.T. Barnum is really famous for some sayings such as a fool and his money are soon parted, but he actually had a ton of wisdom for people. He was such a hardworking guy, and that's one of the reasons why he's on a coin. So one of his other famous quotes is, "Money is in some respects like fire. It is a very excellent servant, but a terrible master." Anyway, this is a pretty cool coin, and once again, a lot of these coins are not that expensive considering the population. I mean, they only made 25,000 of these coins. So once again, not a super expensive coin considering all things considered when you look at the population and the condition. One of the things I love about commems is the different strike qualities and just the different context. When you look at, you know, the coins where like this is just a flat surface on the background, and here we have the Long Island Tricentenary. Yeah, that's like, I can't even say the words that involved with coin collecting. That's the 300th anniversary. This one has a domed look to it. You know, the entire field has a dome look, top to bottom, back and forth, and has this really great ship on the back. Once again, this is a high-grade coin. You can see there's just not many contact marks. The "In God We Trust" is incuse, which is kind of a neat part of the design. So, and there's your nice big E Pluribus Unum, actually designed by, was this designed by Adolf Weinman? I'm trying to remember here. It looks like the AW right there. Mint State 66 on this. The design was by Howard Kenneth Weinman, son of the sculptor A.A. Weinman, who designed the regular Liberty Walking type $half. Okay, so, and then it has a Dutch settler and an Indian. They are not actual people. They are just representations, it looks like. All that information, of course, is straight from the Red Book. Mint State 66, once again, you've got a coin here. Higher mintage than the other one, but, you know, 80,000 coins made. A lot of the coins are focused on places back east, of course. So you've got Long Island, then you've got, you know, Bridgeport, and of course, most of the population lived on the coasts, especially back east, and then you had some out west also. This is the Huguenot Walloon, also a Tricentenary. I get that right. Another one with a nice ship on the back, and you see the difference between the design elements. Like this coin is also from rim to rim just flat with the design coming up. Founding of New Netherland. So it's fun to read these because sometimes you forget all of the details that go into them. There we go. Huguenot $50. And then we got, we got some people on here. We got some mustaches on here. They'd be in vogue today. The hat's not so much, but everything else. Another Mint State 66 by PCGS. And there's another coin that is really, really nice and really not that all that expensive considering, you know, the overall population on these. The original mintage, let's see, from this 1924 issue was, let me just grab it for you real quick here. 142,000 pieces originally, and you wonder kind of how many made it. How many made it? That's it. Next up, I have one of my favorite designs as we actually go back now away from the East Coast into the West Coast is this San Diego design. Now, the San Diego, one of my reasons I like this coin so much is the way that the design and the luster work together, which is weird because it's not intended when they make these coins. It's not like they said, hey, let's make sure the coin has really nice flow to it with the luster. But this open field between the, you know, the buildings, just really the way the luster moves in like 3 or 4 different directions all at the same time is one of my favorite designs. This coin is really a great looking coin. Mint State 65 in this funky old PCGS holder with copyright. I think this is going to get you back into the last century, if you will, because it is actually literally from the last century. But we won't talk about that. Also, 2 different years they made these, and this is the 35S. I should say 2 different mints. Both Denver and San Francisco made these coins, and they made about 100,000 total on these. The San Francisco mint made 70,000 of them, and the Denver mint made about 30,000. All right, next up we've got back to the East Coast. We're going to go Rhode Island, and once again a juxtaposition of the mint style, whereas you've got a little bit of a domed look on one side of these and this luster. The Rhode Island, this is an MS66 Plus. The Rhode Island is among the flat as a pancake, you know, just flat designs in for all U.S. coins. It's just, you know, the surface is really flat, and then you have this like bold printing, hope, which is a message there, and a nice big anchor. I don't know if they were hoping to move out of Rhode Island. Hey, now, all you Rhode Island people, don't get mad at me. I'm just being silly. Once again, you can see the theme here. This is also 1636 to 1936, and we got the Pilgrim. Liberty is really spaced out there in this design overall. And then, of course, you've got the native showing him how to work the land with his farming implements and some corn. And, of course, the Pilgrim is there. He's holding onto undoubtedly a book, which is probably his Bible in this instance. I don't know if that's actually what it is, but, you know, this actually only has about 50,000 pieces minted between the 3 different mints. They made this in a PDS set, so you could have got all 3 mints. This is the Philadelphia mint, which has the highest population at 20,000 pieces. And of course, this one also has a boat. So we got 3 coins with boats on them. And I'll say, of course, this boat's not quite as big. You know, he didn't sail over here in that boat, by the way, guys. That's just, you know, something small that came from a bigger boat, undoubtedly. So, but I actually had a customer that all he collected was boats. So he only collected coins that had ships on them. So there's I don't know, half a dozen or more commems that are like that. And then he started collecting foreign coins. As long as it had a ship on it, he bought it. That was his thing. All right, next we're going to be moving to Maryland and take a look here at this 1934 dated coin with Cecil Calvert on there. Bonus points if you knew that was Cecil ahead of time, because like many commems, there's somebody on them who is in some ways, I wouldn't say lost to history. It's lost to history to people who don't live there, right? So if you're from there, you're probably like, hey, it's Cecil. I love that coin. He's known as the Lord of Baltimore, so a lot of you people on the East Coast probably already knew that. And here we have the Maryland arms on the back. And there's not many states that have their arms on a coin. Maryland tercentenary. I can't say that word. It's like been on 4 coins and I can't say the word. So talking about the way the coins are made with the fields, this one has an interesting halo effect. If you look around his head, there almost produces a halo when you get the luster moving, because there's like a deeper spot to the left and right of his head, almost creating a halo around him. Oh, by the way, PCGS graded this coin MS66. This is another coin with a mintage of only 25,000 pieces. So pretty interesting. Now, most of these coins were used to raise funds for something. You know, I'm not giving you all the history on that, but if you want to, there's lots of things that you can take a deep dive on to look closer and closer. Welcome now to the Badger State, 4th day of July, 1836 to 1936, Wisconsin Territorial Centennial. And of course, there's the hammer and the cheese curds. And the Badger, you've got to make friends with the Badger. The Badger's your friend. United States of America, e pluribus unum, in God we trust. All the good stuff, Liberty half dollar. And one of the few places where if you have a university, you actually have your mascot on the coin. So who from Wisconsin wouldn't want one of these? One of the things that's neat about this coin is it's super duper open fields there, which is room for a lot of contact marks. And yet you see these coins come in really high grade, which means most of them are probably saved. Only 25,000 coins minted. This is an MS67 Plus, a remarkably high grade coin for the price. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, how often do you get to see a coin from the 1930s in an MS67 Plus PCGS holder? And in my mind, it should be a really expensive coin. But, you know, overall, it's not too bad. And it's not that expensive, all things considered. So anyway, if you don't like my glib remarks about Commems, one of the things that I will say about Commems is if you want the real information, you can always look at the shorthand version in the Red Book. And also, I just want to say that Commems always get me excited when I start looking at them. They get me back to coin collecting and just interest and intrigue because of just the different designs and how nice they are. And then it makes me kind of sad because I see this stuff we make today and I think, my goodness, I mean, even though I don't have anything to do with the Cincinnati Music Center, it's still a lovely coin. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I've been the Coin Geek. You can subscribe by clicking on the button in the corner and watch more videos on the right side of the screen. Thanks.